Hello everybody, I am NicoD. So I have updated armbian-gaming. Armbian-gaming is a script to install a lot of gaming apps onto Armbian-Jammy. You can also use Armbian-Sits, but I do not test that as much. Since for the RK3588 there are only panfork drivers for Jammy, so I focus on Jammy for that. So here I am on the Kadas H2 Pro. This has got the RK3588. So let's show you Helix info. So I've got Panfrost enabled or Panfork, as you can see here. If you do not have Panfork on your RK3588, then you can install it. So if we go to Orange Pi 5, then here we see what we have to do to install the VPU drivers and the GPU drivers. So for those who don't have that, but this is only for RK3588, other boards like RK3399 or the Android N2+, those should have Panfork enabled by default. So now let's go to armbian-gaming. So all I need to do is type armbian-gaming and Google will show me where it is. So here it is. And I download the code and I extract it to my home folder. And now we can browse into that folder. So cd armbian-gaming-main and there we do /bin/bash /armbian-gaming.sh. So here we see what all is possible with this. So first we have got install the libglue1 mesa. So most Armbian images already have this, but some do not have it. So try to install it. If it is already installed, then it will do nothing. If it isn't installed, then you will need it. So number 2 is install box64. So this is to run AMD64 apps on ARM. Then we have got box86. This is for x86 apps on ARM. Then we can choose between install Wine64 or WineX86. I only use WineX86 because that plays all old games that I'm used to play. I added Winetricks, so now you can also install Winetricks. This will take a long while. So there is ppsspp, and also new now is Malior-droid. So this is Android emulation, so you can run Android on Armbian. This is a very cool tool. I will show you more later on. So something new now in the scripts is that you can choose what sock to build box86 and box64 for. So you can choose between RK3399, RK3588, Android N2 and N2+, Raspberry Pi 3, Raspberry Pi 4 and other ARM64. So while it is compiling box64, I will download an AMD64 Linux game. So another one of my favorites, Edgecraft. With that we can test if box64 works. So to test Edgecraft, I go to the folder of Edgecraft, I put it in my games folder and there Edgecraft. Then I do box64./edgecraft_bin. And as you see, Edgecraft works, so box64 also works. Now let's install box86, Wine and Winetricks. For box86 it is just the same as for box64. It just will take a bit longer. You can also choose what sock to build for. So to test this, we will install WineX86. So if WineX86 works, also box86 works. So to test Wine, all we need to do is type wine cfg, so wine config. This will configure the wine, and if that works, then box86 also works. So that is great. I have updated the version of WineX86 to 7.5. The Wine64 is Wine 6, I think. I haven't updated that yet because I don't use it. Only install one Wine version. So when you try to install another one, it will remove the other Wine version. So if you want to try a 64-bit Wine version, but you want to keep your files, back up the Wine folder in your home folder and the .wine folder. And then you can install whatever Wine version you want. You can also download a later version for yourself and put the files in the correct place. Now what is left is install Winetricks. So Winetricks is, like it says, a lot of tricks for wine. It can install a lot of files that I used to manually install, like the MFC files for example that I needed for Flight Simulator. With Winetricks all this is done automatically. So let it do what it needs to do and accept when you need to accept. But there is one problem at the end. So if you see this error, rigid, read style sheet, skipping optional destination, then what you need to do is open another terminal. So it is written here in the armbian-gaming readme what you need to do. So if you see this, then you need to open another terminal and type wineserver-k. That will unblock it, and with that Winetricks is installed. So now I will install ppsspp. So this is the PlayStation Portable emulator. There is nothing special about this, just let it run. One tip I can give you is to set skip buffer effects on, then it will run way better. So the RK3588 has no problem with this, but the RK3399 isn't great at full screen at 1080p, but at 720p it does work a lot better. So to see if ppsspp works, we just type ppsspp sdl, all in capital letters, and here it is. So here in settings, I always do this, so skip buffer effects, and then it should work fine. So that's good, that works. And now let's install Malior-droid. So this might be the coolest thing that is added lately to armbian-gaming. So this installs an Android image and screen copy to access it. So you can run Android apps in Armbian. So number 8, let's install that. So once that is done, we need to do this. adb connect localhost 5555 and then screen copy -s localhost 5555. And then it will load the Android. At first it will look a bit bad, but once you've used it, it will start to look normal. So one big problem is, it is in Chinese, and my Chinese ain't that good. So let's go to settings over here, and then we have to go to here the information, and then on top we have got languages. So here is languages, and then to choose another language, we click on this XA, and here we click on the plus sign, and there we can add an English language, United Kingdom, and now drag the Chinese under the English with those 2 stripes. So now our language is in English, and that's a lot easier to work with. So one problem we've got with this Android image is that the Google Play Store doesn't work, but that's not a problem. We don't need no Google Play Store. So what we can do is, with our Linux image, we can download APK files. So let's open a browser and search for AIDA64 APK download. And here we can download it from APK Pure or from AIDA. So here downloads, and there we've got it. So now let's go to my downloads folder here, and there we've got our APK file. And now let's just drag that APK into our Android window, and it automatically installs AIDA64. So it is that simple to install new software. So as you see, it is the RK3588. It can use all the memory. So I've got 16 gigabytes over here on the Kadas Edge 2 Pro. The CPUs are mentioned correctly. We are looking to fix the Google Play Store, but that's for another video. So with that, I'm gonna leave it. So we have got Android right now. We can run Windows games with Wine. We can run x86 Linux games with Box86 and Box64. We can play PlayStation portable games. So that will give you about enough to play games. I will add more things in the future, so always look out if there is something added. I will write it in the readme file. Oh, one more thing, Sonotic doesn't work on this installation. It works on some others. I don't know what the problem is, but I've got a working copy on my NAS, so I can always play it. So I have to thank Petit Seb for making Box86, Box64, Open Glass and a lot more. Thank Moncabriat for all his help, Salva from the YouTube channel Micro Linux for all his dedication, and a lot more. It will now also be possible to build Armbian with armbian-gaming pre-installed, but that's for another video about the Armbian build environment. So thank you all for watching, see you all later, bye!